what is going on. It's just that sometimes we do not pay attention, right? So let's see. So, right, it say, let's read it. So let's read, say, in the side of the north. So the side of the north. And that's why I just show right now, right? That's why I just show in the side of the north, right? They're ruling upon the north, right? He say, let's read it. He say, I will ascend above the height of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. You see, so Esau said they'll be like God. That's why they said they went into the match. They went, oh, we did this. Oh, they say they're going to sit as the Most High. So imagine that. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Big say shalom. All praise to the Most High. Right? He said, I will ascend above the height of the clouds. I'll be like the Most High. So that's what you see today. They want to be like God. They want people to worship them. That's Esau Edom, right? They're running everything. They control the whole world, right? Let's read verses 15. Say, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. So the Most High said, listen, man, go where you want to go. You want to go in March? You want to go in Jupiter and all this nonsense you talk? He said, do it. The Most High said, well, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. The Most High said, I'll destroy you. You see? Okay? He said, to the side of the pit. The Most High said, I'll bring you to damnation. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, because a lot of people, when they see this thing, they oh wow, technology. Oh, that's beautiful. No, man, you got to watch out. Don't fall for the lie. All this is to put you to sleep. You got to keep that in mind. Let's go to Jeremiah 49. Let's go to Jeremiah 49 and verse 16. Right, because the same prophecy was given to Jeremiah. Let's see. Jeremiah 49. Let's go right there. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 49, right? Because this was judgment. It's a different type of judgment, right? And when you go right here, judgment, it was against the Edomite, right? Against the Edomite. So the judgment against the Edomite is way longer. You see right here, it starts from verse 7, okay? It starts from verse 7, okay? You see right here, it starts from here, right here, verse 7, start from there, and go all the way down. You see all this? It's judgment against Esau, all the way down through here. You see? Now when you see judgment against Syria, it's not that long. It's kind of short. Because the Edomite, the Most High, listen, the Most High got them. Right? So let's read it. He said, I'm going to read verse 7, then I'm going to jump to the verse 16. He said, judgment against Edom. So Edom, Esau. Edom, Esau. He said, concerning Edom, that said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? So the Most High is asking them, are there no people that are smart, that got common sense among Esau, among the Edomite? Is counsel perish from the prudent? Because they think they're prudent because they got this, they got that, they got this, all this. Is their wisdom vanished? So are there no more wisdom? Are there no smart people among the Edomite? Are there no? Or is everybody just stupid among them? Everybody stupid? No. Are they all stupid? That's what the Most High is asking. He said, is wisdom no more in Teman? So no more wisdom? So there's no more wisdom among the Edomite? They got all this counseling. They got this. They got, Secretary of State. They got this. They got the UK. They got, why can't they come together and come out with wisdom? And is there no more wisdom among them? That's what the Moses is asking. No more wisdom, right? Let's jump to verse 16. This is Jeremiah 49 and 16. He said, thy terribleness hath deceived thee. So Esau is terrible. Esau will go and drop bomb on the baby. Everybody, they don't care. Esau, they'll go drop bomb. When we take a look at the Japanese, right? Nagasaki, Hiroshima, what did they do? They drop bomb on these two big cities just for a lie. Supposedly they said the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, which is a lie. Okay, what did they do? They got up and dropped bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and killed baby all time. They don't give a damn. They kill everybody right there and they keep on moving. We take a look at the Vietnamese. The orange gas, what did they do? They gassed the Vietnamese. Like jack them up. Ain't nobody said, they keep on rolling. They claim, they say Saddam Hussein attacked the USA or whatsoever. All lie. Both is lie. And people believe it. They're buying to it. And people on the TV, they're watching and they believe it. And what did they do? The next thing you notice, they destroy Iraq. And the people ain't got no peace anymore in their own lane. They invade you in your own lane and they bring you death and hell. That's what they do. That's Esau. When they step foot somewhere, look at, for example, all this country. Look at the Native Indian. The people in El Salvador. You see the war in El Salvador? Who destroy and mess up the people in El Salvador? It's Esau. You take a look at the native Indian. What happened? Where are the native Indian? They all vanished. They're gone now. There's no more native Indian. They're all gone. 1% in El Salvador. Maybe 3% in Peru. Maybe 5% in Ecuador. Gone. Why? Because the wicked just got there. It's all bloodshed. That's what he said. That terrible snare had deceived thee and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwell in the cleft of the rock. Who? Esau. Esau. He dwelt where? In the mountain. That's why they call themselves Caucasian. Because they came from the Caucasus Mountain. Caucasus Mountain. Between what? The Georgia, the Black Sea, and Russia. Georgia, the Black Sea, and Russia. Caucasus Mountain. But is that where they originally from, the Caucasus Mountain? No. They went over there. Okay. They conquered that land. Okay. So let's continue. He say, that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. You see, they're holding like the top standard power to the Esau Edom. That's why you see they always got what? G7, G20, G8, blah, blah, blah. Then they call the other country third world country, poor country. So they the one always being rich. They the one always being good. But the other country, like El Salvador, Benin, Togo, Colombia, Nigeria, Ghana, these are third world country. But France, this is number one country. America, number one. Germany, top one. You see, that's how they play the games. Why? Because the power is in the hand. That's Esau. He said, though thou should make thy nest as high as the eagle. What is the number of the USA? Let's take a look right here. Okay, American eagle. Let's see. Okay, American eagle. Let me ask Google quick. American eagle. Okay, let's see. Quick. So I'm going to show it so a couple of people can see. American eagle. Right. So it's nothing, by coincidence, man. There we go. Hey, let's take a look. There we go right here. There we go. Check it out. From my laptop. There we go. You see that? You see what I put right there? American eagle. You see that? That's where they got it all over the place. You see the flag? You see the right there? Hey, they're telling you. They got everything. You see? That's the thing we tell the people and they don't want to believe. The people don't believe it. There we go. As soon as I listen, it pop up. Click on email. You see? They're right there. They're proud. There we go. There we go. You see? The eagle. All over the place. Okay? It's a bird of prey. All they do is weakness. You see them all over the place. You see? They control everything. Everything is in their hand. You see? You see that? He's in heaven now. You see? He's in heaven. You see? You name it. And that's the thing we be telling you. That's the thing we be telling you. As a nation, we got to understand who we are according to the Bible. According to the Bible, who are we? Let's read it. It said, Jeremiah 49:16, that terrible snares had deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, the pride of their mind, O thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, Esau Edom, okay, thou holdest the height of the hill. They're always on the top of everybody. They're ruling over everybody. Okay, let's continue. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord. You see, hey, all praise to the Most High, man. Bless him to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakada. So it's going to happen. Okay? Verse 17, watch this. Also, Edom shall be desolation. There will be desolation. They'll be destroyed. Now we see all these wicked pastors. They're running around saying that, oh, America is going to be saved. They saw in the vision America is going to be. What are you talking about, man? You got demons on you. Those are evil spirit, buddy. You got to pray that the Most High remove the evil spirit from you. He said, also Edom shall be desolation. Everyone that goeth by shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plague thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor city thereof, said the Lord. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in. So that's what's going to happen. Eventually, that's what's going to happen to Esau Edom. They'll be cut off. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. Same thing, right? This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51, and we read verse 53. It's still again war. This is the war. God judgment against Babylon, against America. Against America. God judgment against America. There's nothing you can do to save America. You can't save America, okay? God is the one that set up America for some purposes. And he's going to bring it to naught. He's going to bring it to hell, destruction. Why? Because of the sin, the evil, the oppression. They've been oppressing the Native Indian, the Latino, the so-called blacks. Okay? They're oppressing all the other nations for all this time. The people that are at peace, they go over there and start oppressing the people. That's what they do. Ain't nobody want to talk about it. Everybody want to be politically correct. Right? Let's go right here. We'll prove it. 51 and 53 is a long, listen, is a long destruction. Now, this go hand in hand with the ancient Babylon and the new Babylon, because it's the same thing. It just means the land of confusion. The land of confusion, weakness, right? Let's read it. This is the book of Jeremiah 51, and we're going to read verse 53, and let's read it. It says, though Babylon should mount up to heaven. What are they doing? What is America doing? They say, well, the eagle, what did they say? Mission to march, right? Mission, right? They're doing what? Mission to march? Let's take a look at this. This is what they say they did, right? Right? That's what they say they did. So mission to march, right? They say they went in the moon. Okay, that's what we're seeing today, right? That's what Esau said. Esau said they went into the moon. Esau said they went into the moon 20 hours ago, right? They said they went into the moon, right? Okay, they went into the moon. It's a highlight from NASA successful landing on March, right? He said, well, 53 said, though Babylon, though America, the United States of America, though, okay, should mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, so though they do everything to strengthen themselves, they serve the space army, all these things, oh, you name it, right? Guess what? What did the Moses say? He said, yet from me shall spoiler come unto her, said the Lord. Spoiler is going to leave from the Moses. The Moses is going to move the spirit upon the Iranian, the British, the German, the French, the Russian, you know, North Korea, whatsoever they come to China. Listen, what the Moses said, he said, well, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, said the Lord. So spoilers, they're going to come to America. There's nothing you can do. Let me show you the image. There we go. Again, man, this is what they do. There we go. You see, the witch is talking, right? The woman witch, she's talking, right? You see that meter there? And you see now, they'll start celebrating, right? The witch woman. You see, that's what they do. 2 kilometers. You see the flag right there? There we go. You see, they're celebrating, right? Because that's Babylon. That's the pride of Babylon. You see, they're clapping. Instead of clapping for the Most High, instead of clapping for the living God Yahweh, they ain't clapping for the Most High. They're clapping for idols. Because that thing they're talking about is an idol. It's an idol that they went in place over there. You see them? They're celebrating. Okay? You see them? You see the weakness? Who do you see mainly? Bunch of Edomites. You see? This is a bunch of Edomites. Wicked, perverse nation, perverse race. Now, you see some of our people among them. You see some Latino among them. You see some coon and sell out Negro and sell out a Latino among them. You see them. There's nothing new under the sun. Our people, they're down for weakness, right? Jack is here for the money, he'll do anything, right? Look at this, okay? You see that? So you see them. You see? So weakness, right? Let's go right here. Amos. Let's go in the book of Amos, right? Let's go in the book of Amos, right? That's why you see these people, how you name them? You see, they always go into space. You see? There we go. Here is another one, right? So that's why you always see them, like Jeff Bezos now, right? All of a sudden, he wanna be into what? Into going to the space, because he saw his other brother, Elon Musk, is making millions, all these things, space or whatsoever. He said, listen, I want to do the same thing, because that is spirit. Let's go in the book of Amos chapter 9. We'll read 1 through 2. This is the book of Amos, right? Let's read it. This is the book of Amos chapter 9, verses 1 through 2. He said, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar. So the Most High, the living God Yahweh. And he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I'll slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escape of them shall not be delivered. So you can't be delivered, you can't be saved. Why? Because that's the Most High. Okay? Let's read it. Verses 2. It said, though they dig into hell. So you want to go build bunker. Okay, you want to dig the ground and build bunker. That's what Esau doing. You got bunker all over the place in America. You got bunker all over the place in America. Okay? They're digging tunnel. They're building weakness. They're always doing all the time. Right? He said, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. So even though you go high, the Most High say, I'll snatch you from there. You see? That's a beautiful thing. The Most High say, even though Esau build all these things, all this bunker, all these FEMA, all these restrictions, you can go over there. All these forbidden area like in Arizona, all these places where you can go, you can listen. What the Most High said? He said, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So the Most High will bring you down anyway, Esau. So you go in space for all you want. You're gonna the Most High will bring you down, buddy. That's a beautiful thing. Right? The Most High will bring you down. Let's go right here. We are going to Apocrypha quick, right? Let's go into Apocrypha. Because this is the eagle. Right? Let's read it right here. This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 12 and verses 1. And it came to pass while the lion spake this word unto the eagle. The lion right here is who? Amashiach. Lion. Judah. Yahweh Shai Mashiach from the tribe of David. Judah. Okay? From the tribe of Judah. Okay? David. He said, I saw, and behold, the head that remained and the four wings appear no more. And the two went unto it, and set themselves up to reign, and the kingdom was small and full of uproar. You see? And I saw, and behold, there appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burned. So, listen, America is going to be burned. And all the other Edomites, there's nothing you can do. Because the eagle right here, that eagle, is mainly the nation that we call Esau Edom, the so-called white people. Now, you got to tell them the truth. It is what it is. The truth is just the truth. That's the Bible. That's what the Most High say. You see, they're doing a lot of evil. Nobody address it. Nobody talk about it. Right? What did the Most High say? He said, and I saw, and behold, there appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burned. So listen, America is going to be burned. France is going to be burned. Germany is going to be burned. Russia is going to be burned. Listen, Canada is going to be burned. Okay? The Most High burned them up. The Most High, the living God, Yahweh, He will burn them up. Point blank, period. There's nothing you can do to save them. Okay? France will be burned. America will be burned. Canada will be burned. Germany will be burned. Luxembourg will be burned. Australia will be burned. Okay? So keep in mind, they're all going to be burned. Anywhere they live. It doesn't matter. The Most High will burn them up. Okay? Shalom, shalom. Shalom, the brother from Germany. Shalom, shalom. Mother shalom. Right? He said, and I saw, and behold, there appeared no more. And the whole body of the eagle was burned, so that the earth was in great fear. So, the day the Most High is going to destroy the Edomite from the face of the earth, the so-called white people from the face of the earth, everybody will be scared. The whole earth will be scared. Why? Because people don't think that the so-called white people, one day the Most High will destroy them. People don't think that. They don't believe that. They don't believe that. Because they've been taught so much lie. People think everything is just going to continue like that. No, man. It was not set for like that. The Most High established to show His power, His might. Because watch this. What will He say? He said, so that the earth was in great fear. Then I awake, I out of trouble and trance of my mind, and from great fear, and said unto my spirit, Lo, these are thou done unto me, and that thou searchest out the way of the highest. So let's jump to here. Let's read. So this is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 12 and verses 11. He said, let's read from 10. And he said unto me, this is the interpretation of the vision. So Esdras, right? He got a dream in a vision, in a night vision. The Most High revealed to him the ruling of the so-called white people. And he showed him how evil they're going to rule. They're going to kill people. They're going to push for abortion. They're going to push for all the weakness in the war, drug violence, gun, all these things, health insurance, life insurance, blah, 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 all these. They're going to do all those wickedness. So Ezra, he saw all those things. And then he saw that the eagle was burned fully. And the whole earth was in fear. So he did not understand. He did not understand. So the Most High got to give him understanding. What is the meaning? And that's what's about to happen right here. So let's read it. So pay attention. You'll get understand. You understand. This is the book of, because this was revealed unto Daniel. Right? Let's read it. Let me go to my blue letter Bible. Let's go right here. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7. right? I want to prove it quick. We're going to precept it quick so that everybody can understand. Daniel chapter 7, okay? Daniel chapter 7, okay? Let's get it. Let's see. We'll go to Daniel chapter 7. It's important that we always, we got to precept it, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So here, so I want to share my screen with you, my laptop screen, so you can see, everybody can understand. So you see right here, this is Daniel chapter 7. You see in the beginning, it's a vision of the four beasts. So keep in mind, the vision of the four beasts. So the first beast is what? Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, the ancient one. And the second one is what? The Mede-Persian. And the third beast is what? The Greeks. And after the Greeks, the fourth beast was the Edomite, Esau Edom, which they call themselves the Roman Empire. They call themselves the Roman Empire. They are today the country known as the United States of America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, England, things like that. They're the same one. It's the same thing. So keep in mind, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Nothing new under the sun. Right? So let's read right here. So this is the vision, right? He saw four beasts, Daniel, but it was not broken down to him. He said, in the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision night, and behold, the four winds of the heavens strove upon the great sea. So the four winds, right? Let's continue. And four great beasts came up from the sea, from the nation. When you look at the word sea right here, you see the word sea right here, it just means, it stands for the word is nation. Came out from the nation. How many nations? Is 19 nations. Okay, so you're going to have what? Four kingdoms coming from the nation. Okay, he said, diverse one from another. So they're all different. They're all different. So the Babylonian, they're different from what? The Mede-Persian. The Mede-Persian, they're different from what? The Greeks. And the Greeks, they're different from what? The Roman or the Edomite. Let's continue. He said, the first was like a lion and had eagle's wing. The lion is referring to who? Is what? The Babylonian. The Babylonian under Nebuchadnezzar and Belshazzar. So keep in mind. Okay? I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked up, and he was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man. And a man's heart was given to it. So let's continue. So that's the fourth. So Babylon, right? The second beast. And behold, another beast, second like to a bear. So who is he referring to? Is referring to who? The Mede-Persian, the Iranian, and the East Indian. At one point, they used to be together. The Mede-Persian, the Iranian, those that you call Iranian today, okay? The Islamic Republic of something, Iran, that's what the word stands for. Iran just means the Islamic Republic, blah, blah, blah. I don't pray man. You get the point. So, they are the second beast. And you say, behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and he raised up himself on one side, and he had three ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. Who? The Iranian back in those days and the East Indian. Okay? Because they're the one the Most High used to overthrow the Babylonian government, the Babylonian kingdom. Then let's take a look at again another beast. Verse 6, Daniel 76. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, okay, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. So what happened? He's talking about right here about who? The Greeks, the children of Japheth, the Greeks. So the Greeks, you got to understand, when we talk about Greek, you got to discern. You got the Jews that were living over there. And you got the children of who? Japheth, being the land. First, right? So he saw the third beast. He said a leopard, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. The beast also had four heads. Four heads was the four general from Antiochus. After Antiochus died, his kingdom was divided among his four generals. You got Cassander, Ptolemy, and you got, what are the other two? So there were four generals. You can Google, right? Google the four generals of Antiochus, okay? So let's keep in mind. Then let's see another one. So verse 7. Okay, this is the one we want to focus on mainly. Daniel 7:7. And after this, I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible. He said, dreadful and terrible, and strong and silly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So it's talking about what? Those countries that came from the fall of the Roman Empire. When the Roman Empire fall, you got countries that came out from it. You got England, Italy, France, Germany, Russia, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay? Those were what? The 10 horns. And then 7 head. And you continue, right? He said, I considered the horn, and behold, there came up among them another leghorn. That leghorn is America. Is the United States of America. The United States of America. Before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the root. 3 of the horn. Who? Because if you don't know the history of America, we're going to give you a little bit of, insight. So remember, before America became the United Snake of America or United States of America, okay, prior to 1717 or 1777, guess what? The most mighty country were what? You got England, Italy, and Spain, point blank period. Those were the major powerful countries. So if you take a look at what are the countries that conquer the land called America and the Caribbean, mainly is the British, which are the England also, the English. Okay, you got the English, you got the Spaniard that conquer most of Latin America. It doesn't matter, Central, South, California, all those things were conquered by the Spaniard. So keep in mind, it was later on that they sold it to the British colony. But first and foremost, in the beginning, it was what? The Spaniard colony from California, Miami, Cuba, all the way to South America. Okay, we're talking about Bolivia, Peru, etc. Those were the colonies of who? Those were the colony of the Spaniard. And then you got the Italian taking over New York and other places, okay? Thanks to Israel, somebody posted on the common ball. When he was asked who should succeed him, Alexander said, the strongest, which led to his empire being divided between 4 of his generals. So these are the 4 generals, as I was mentioning. So Raphael Israel, she posted, is that the 4 general was what? Cassander, Ptolemy, Antigonus, and Seleucus. So that's how the kingdom of the Greek was divided into 4. So let's keep in mind, that's why it referred to what? The beast had also 4 heads, the 4 general. Okay? So, going back to what I was saying, so when you take a look, these 3 countries, they're being stepped on by who? America. Because once America claimed that they received independence, what happened? No more Italy in power, no more Spain, and no more England. They all had lost their power. And who became the most powerful country on the earth? The United States of America. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. So that's where we go in the book of Daniel. So you see, Daniel was the one that had that vision. But the Moses did not show him the meaning of the 4th beast. He didn't even see the 4th beast. He just said he saw, after this, in the night vision, behold, a 4th beast. He never said what it is. God didn't show it to him. God told him, I'm not going to show it to you. I'll show it to somebody. So who did the Moses reveal it to? He revealed it to who? To Esdras. As you can see right there. That's why I put my camera right there on it so you can see. Right? You see that? There we go. So let's read it. Let's read it. Okay, let's read it. So this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 12 verses 10. And he said unto me, this is the interpretation of the vision. So the vision that Ezra just had, what is the meaning? The Moses want to give him meaning, understanding. We'll break it down. The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea represents the nation. The nation is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel. You see that? You see that? Okay. But it was not expounded unto him. It was not broken unto him. So let's show you. It was not explained unto him. You see that? So check it out. You see that? He said, the eagle, okay, whom thou sawest come up from the sea, from the nation, okay, is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel, but it was not expounded unto him. The Most High did not break it down to him. Well, he didn't see literally the beast. So the Most High right now, he revealed unto who? He revealed unto Esdras. Okay, so let's read it. He said, but it was not expounded unto him. Therefore now I declare unto thee, behold, the day will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon the earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdom that were before it. So, and that's what you notice. You see, everybody is scared. The majority of the nation, okay? The majority, they're scared of the so-called white people. The majority, okay? It's not only us, it's not only the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, no. The Arab, they're scared of white people. The Chinese, they're scared of white people. If you take a look very well, when they see white people, they show them more respect compared to when they see a Latino guy or when they see a so-called black guy, okay? So, when let's suppose that a Chinese guy is right here now, okay? And there comes a so-called white guy or a so-called white woman, right? And then a so-called black man or a so-called Latino man. What will you notice? So the Chinese man, he will show more respect to the so-called white man or white woman than the so-called blacks or Latino. Hey, you see on a daily basis when you go outside. They'll go out of their way to worship them, to do anything. Why? Because that's the spirit the Most High gave them. So people, they're going to fall into the trap and get destroyed. And that's what is happening. That's why a lot of people, they worship Esau. They worship the so-called white people. They worship them. They look at them as God. They're above. They're this and that. And they look on their own races as nothing. And that's why you see black on black crimes, Latino on Latino crimes, blacks against Latino, and Latino because white. We don't understand we're the same people. We should come together and love one another, unify. And we're fighting each other. We're always doing evil toward one another. We can't do that. That's evil, right? He said, behold, the day is coming that there shall rise up a kingdom on the earth and shall be feared above all the kingdom that were before. You see? And that's what we're seeing right now. And that's why you see what you see. However, the Most High is coming for them. You see, the beautiful thing that we know for sure that, let's go to the book of Hebrew, okay? Because there is no place for Esau to repent. You can't save Esau. I can't save them. You see what I'm saying? I can't do anything about it. The Most High set them up to be destroyed, point blank period. That's it. They're ruling right now. Hey, it's beautiful. It's their kingdom. Let them rule. Let them do all the weakness, right? But the Most High will cut them off. You see, that's the thing right there. Right? The Most High, the living God Yahweh, he'll cut them off. He'll cut them off. Right? We know a lot of people don't believe it, but the Most High will cut them off. Right? Bear with me. Check on this camera quick. Alright, all praises to the Most High. We draw it to the end. Right? Right. After this precept, I'm going to shut it down and I'll be live back to address another topic. So this is the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Let's read it. It says, lest there be any fornicator. So a fornicator